What's up, everyone? It's Matt Morozic, and this will be a unboxing and a review of the Wolfpax 1/4 scale Wolverine, the yellow version. I wasn't on the lookout for this kit initially. I really liked it, but I knew they were sold out. But a client of mine asked me if I'd be willing to do some paint work and trade for one of these, and I said sure. So I'm doing a Gladiator, 1/4 scale Gladiator kit for him next year at some point. And he went ahead and mailed this out with the Gladiator. I only have half the Gladiator, and I just have the body. I'm waiting for the base box to show up. So this is the yellow version. And originally, I asked for a brown version because I knew he had both. But he thought he had two brown versions, and he actually had two yellow versions, and he wasn't willing to give it the brown version, which is totally cool. And quite honestly, the only thing I really like different about the brown version is the fact that he has the option of holding his cigar in a hand rather than his mouth. So Wolfpax puts out an amazing product. Nice box. Packing is excellent. I posted some photos earlier because I opened them as soon as he came in. So awesome box. Everything came no damage whatsoever because their packing is excellent. Their quality is top notch, and as with any really good custom piece, it comes in a box with all the foam cutouts and everything like this, and it's packed a little differently. These are the little pads for the bottom of the base. Here's the label for the base, number 37 of 50 of the yellow version. I'm assuming there's 50 of the brown version too. And as usual, we have really nice foam cutouts for everything. He is completely magnetized, but they have him in the box in the box as one piece. So, but he's in there very well. Nice fit. And the magnets are of good quality. And a lot of guys, oh, we're going to put magnets in the piece. Well, if the magnets aren't any good, then the magnets don't matter. So, I'm going to slide this over a little bit. Put him there. And then we have, in this section right here, we have the Unmasked Head, which I think is my favorite. Nicely bubble wrapped because of his hair. Looking really good. Love it. That's the hole for a cigar. And I always try to put the foam pieces back in the same spot. Here's the first Unmasked Head. This one is a version someone who knows the comic will tell me what this is called, if it's called something, because it's a different look for a masked head. He's got kind of those stripes on the jowls there and stuff, but it's pretty cool. And these fins are shorter. A great sculpt. I don't know who the sculptor is. I'll have to look that up and put it in the description. Like I said, I'd seen this painted up by Soul like 8 times, but I'm not aware of the sculptor. And then here's what I would call the traditionally masked head. And I love this, man. Just really, really cool. Casting is 10 out of 10. Packing's 10 out of 10. Sculpt 10 out of 10. You can see why these things sell out so fast, and when they do show up on the aftermarket, why they are so expensive. And then what I like what they did with the hands here is they're cutouts, but what they did is they extended the cutout, so after you glue in, once you glue in the metal claws, there's room for them in the box. Because you always want to be able to try to put these back in the original box if you're shipping it. It's like the only way to guarantee that it's going to get there without possibly getting damaged. I have one small crit for this piece, and it's the pegs in the feet. Actually, the holes in the base. And I'll show you here in a second. If I can get it out. Okay. Put this to the side. So as you can see, the pegs for the feet are in the base. Because the holes in the base are so tight that they pulled out of the legs or feet when I went to go take them out of the base. And in the process of putting in the foot the first time, it chipped out a little bit. So just a tad too tight on the base. So what I may do is I may just leave the pegs in the base and do that way. And right now, like, everything's magnetized. Like, the feet are magnetized. Those come off. The waist is magnetized, or the waist is magnetized, and then the arms are magnetized, so those come out. And the magnets are like the perfect strength. They're not too strong where it snaps it in, it's going to chip paint, and it holds it really well. So they've done a really good job here of doing that for I guess minimize masking. So like really only the masking is going to be on the waist and on the top torso for the shoulders and stuff, and the heads. Well, there's masking, just less of it. So I think what I may do is leave the pegs in the base to avoid, again, chipping out by reinserting it. And then maybe leave the boots magnetized and glue everything else together. So like here's the sculpt on the boot. Nice smooth texture in the center. Kind of got this, I would call it leather on the outside. There's a little detail on the bottom, but you're never going to see it, so not really necessary. Yeah, so I may just leave the pegs in the base. See, it's such a tight fit. Sorry, I'm in front of the camera. It's a fine line of having a good fit and a tight fit. Because if it's too tight, then things break and chip out when you're moving them around. Let's look at the legs. Nicely done, just all smooth here. Great muscle definition. Painting wise, as far as shading, it's really easy to see all the different muscles. Sometimes they're so subtle, it's hard to see them. But pretty easy to see everything here without being overly muscular. Simple pants, smooth, and like a leather belt here with some nice stitching detail, which is nice. So if I leave those pegs in the base, I could basically make it so, I don't know, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to, maybe it's better not to do that. I don't know, I have to think about it. Put my mic. I got this really cheap lapel mic. I should invest in a nice like boom mic. Keep it above my work area. So that goes in like that. And let's look at the waist here. Again, great sculpt. There's a slight texture on these little side details that go black. The shoulders are smooth, no battle damage to them or anything. You could do that with some paint. I'll probably just do this a clean version. Again, very nice sculpt, great texture, done really well. You can see there's a little rub off from the factory primer right there. So I'll sand that smooth and spot it in. Actually what that is you can kind of see a mold line right there. So I'll have to be smoothed out a little bit. But again, the magnets are like the perfect strength. And then let's look at an arm. A nice detail. You can see the hair slightly sculpted there on the arms. Is not too drastic. Nice sculpting on the veins. I'm trying to do it from the other side and it's not working because I'm not left-handed. There we go. Same thing with this arm, is just bent, so his biceps a little more pronounced. Like that. And then the metal claws won't stay in right now, so I'm not going to worry about, they won't stay in without glue, so I'm not going to worry about putting them in. Hands are relatively simple, just smooth texture, and then we got these little areas where the claws plug in. And then we got the heads. And they just put a teaser photo of old Logan, which looks really cool, which would make an amazing companion piece to this one of the brown. I'm sure he'll sell it like in 2 seconds. Height wise, being quarter scale, right at 18.5 inches with that head. Let me put them on the turntable so I can spin them around. Again, simple piece, just a simple X-Men X for the base. Nothing too crazy. But the fit is excellent. Everywhere something goes together, there's like no gap at all. So the only thing is, see, maybe there's a little bit of mold on here, needs a little more work. But other than that, he's pretty much ready to go. Bath in some soapy water and start painting. And here's the other head. Looking really good. And then the Unmasked, which is my favorite. There you go. So cool piece. Again, I'll have to find out the sculptor. I don't know at the top. I have to do some research on that. Someone probably can comment and let me know. But nice piece by Wolfpax. Thanks to my client for doing the trade. It'll be a nice piece when it's painted up. So between this and the Sosa Wolverine, I'll two really nice Wolverines to paint up and sell to some collector later in the next few months when I have time to do them. So that's really it for this piece. It's pretty short. It's a simple piece, great sculpt. Again, just real simple base. My only crit would be the fit of the pegs in the base. They're just too tight. So maybe I'll just make those holes just a hair bigger and make it easier to take them on and off the base. But that's it. Thanks for watching as usual. It's Matt Mrozik. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.